Hey, how's everybody doing? It is 5:15 in Chicago. Uh, we talked about the futures here a little bit after the close. We know what's going on there. We're in a real chop shop especially on the dailies. All right, so we're not gonna see how that's going to shake out. There's more red in there than there is anything else. Um, but looking around today, almost every sector was in the red today. All right, the only group that was a little better was some of your metals and some of your healthcare. Those are really the only two that were positive, and they were barely positive. Financial took the biggest hit to the downside today, along with energy. So we got that going on. So I am going to go through some names. I'm going to go real quick, pretty much just showing you the kind of stuff that we got going on here today. All right, so I am going to start off right off the bank with the XLF. All right, XLF. You got a big day downer here on XLF. Okay, you'll see that there's a common theme here, folks. 2-2 down on the month now, and coming inside on the quarter. And what are we looking for there? Just a break quarter. We're looking at 51.05. That's only about 70 cents away. All right, so big down day today for the XLF with the financials. 2-2 down. I did see here on the 60 at the end of the day, they started to show a sign of life. But we'll see what that comes. We'll see what that comes from. All right. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not even going to say that. All right. American Express here today. Another one here. AXP down on the day. Okay. Another one with the month down and the 2-2 month down now, and the shooter down on the week going into the last day of the week. All right. So American Express kind of giving it up here on the week now with the shooter down, and there's your two down on the day. They were trying to fight back there in a little bit at the end of the day. TFC, Tom Frank Charles, 2-2 down on the Truist. All right, so this was the 2-1-2 down on the daily. All right, we're down on the quarter now, and we're pretty handily down on the month. We've taken out 3 months now on this move to the downside, and our next stop coming down there is going to be 38.61 coming back down. All right, 3-2 down on the week. And now you just got just got to throw a little bit more on that fire. All right, so try again. I did notice that at the end of the day, they were fighting. All right, so they weren't going out limping. They were actually trying to get up a little bit. So there's credit for that. All right, J.P. Morgan down on the day, 2-2. This was just a 2-2-2 back down on dailies. We do have an actionable now inside. We got a lot of actionables, and especially on quarters, and 2-1 inside right now on J.P. Morgan after making the new high at 318.01. Coming off with the 3-2-3 coming back down. All right, again, fighting at the end of the day a little bit. All right, so these are your banks. All right, Zion Bancorp, Zion, Zion Bancorp, 2-2 down on the quarter. All right, really kind of taking a big hit now on the month to the downside from 58.70 down to 45 and change. All right, so that's a big move down. 3-2 down on the week and heavy down day today. All right, so coming back down into the bottom of the coming off coming off kind of off highs, not really, but from up here, yeah, that was the high of the year right there. Okay, so this gap here, 2-2 back down, coming off the high of the year on your Zion Bancorp coming back down. All right, WAL. Western Alliance was another one. This was a gapper down. Tried to fight back at the end like everybody else. So interesting there. 2-2 down on the month now, 3-2 down. Banks took a hit today, folks. All right, it was the worst of all sectors. All right, so this is what we've been watching for, and we just want to know that if the banks start to fall apart, maybe some other things can start to get a ripple as well. All right, so real quick here, Goldman Sachs was a 2-1-2 back down. That's still inside month. It hasn't broken month. All right, so that one is still sitting inside, and the quarter's still sitting inside, and the two is not that bad. All right, so Goldman Sachs a little bit better there if I'm going to give something. All right, Wells Fargo, this was a pretty good puker to the downside today too, down 2.85%, down $2.46 on your Wells Fargo. Still holding up well on the week, and still holding up well here on quarter and month. All right, so if there's any turnaround on these banks, this one might be the one that you might want to be attracted to immediately, just because you got to get that week in that month. All right, so you want to be that. You want to be getting into full-time frame count, FTFC, as we say. All right, Ralph Frank. This one's Regions Financial. Nice, good puker here today. Another bank down and out, fighting back at the end of the day. All right, it's got the quarter down now, and it's got month down pretty good. It's already taken out. It's taken out 3 months now. All right, on the triangle out, coming back down, broadening formation. There we go. 3-2 back down. Try to fight back at the end of the day. RF. All right, HBAN, HBAN. All right, another one, same way here. Got the wrong symbol, HBAN. All right, HBAN puker and closed near the lows. No sign of rallying over on this guy here. All right, Huntington Bank. They had the guy on there from CNBC today too. At the end of the day. All right, so big puker day for this thing. Down over 5%, over 5% lower here. So HBAN coming back down. As you see, we got full time frame continuity to the downside now on the banks. The question is, are the banks going to give us another day? Are they going to give us another week? Are they going to turn around and reverse? Probably going to turn around and reverse, but we're hoping to see if maybe the banks can spread some other diseases around. All right, so that's HBAN. KRE, your regional banks, not good there too. That had a bad day. All right, so I didn't go through any of the regional banks, but KRE, that's the ETF. So 2-1-2 down on the day. Puker, as you see, full time frame continuity, except for that 60 that was trying to buy at the end of the day. All right, so that was a mover there. I'm looking at the sectors here. Like I said, XLF was your worst stock of the day. XLE Energy was down pretty good too. So there's 2-2 down on the day, still stuck inside the 1 month. So with the 1 month, you just don't do anything in here. It's just consolidating. This is inside there. It's just you can't touch it right now. All right. Now, if they want to start knocking it silly and turn it into a 2, then that would be a different story. We'd start to make a move to the downside. We are 2-2 down on the month, okay, and 2-2 down on the week. All right, XLE. The one group that was a little better was XLB. It comes out nasty, but it's tied in with all the metals and gold and silver and all those other things. So that group fared a little better than you think. All right, on that one. All right, and then XLC Communications was down all day today with the downsider to the downside. XHB is your home builders, guys. All right, that's 2-2 down on the day. It was trying to fight back a little bit. XLV Healthcare was better today. That was one of our better groups, believe it or not. There was a little bit more green in here than you see, right? So we got some green up here on the quarter and on the month and on the week here, all right? So XLV a little bit better there. I'm not going to get into those because I'm going to talk more about those. that's about it, right? Your retail XLY was a day downer. It wasn't horrible though. It's down not even 1% on the discretionaries. That is not that bad. We know that McDonald's has been rallying, but it probably kind of came back inside. Yeah, McDonald's has been making a nice move, and and then we had that pizza the other day, right? We had that day 2-1 inside. See if Papa John can get back up on that 2-1 with that actionable signal. All right. So discretionaries and then some of your retail XRT. We know that Walmart was pushing things around the last couple of days, and TJ Maxx and Costco. So 2-2 back up, come 2-2 up on this one, and then shooter down off of the shooter on the daily coming down. All right. So that's kind of all of us sectors that we're looking at. XLK, we know what's going on. So I'm going to talk about some of these, some of the drugs and some of the tech, and tech is really mixed up. All right, and so are some of the drugs. Now Lilly's down here. I don't know. Trump was talking about something with Dr. Oz or something, some weight loss drug. Saying that they had a deal, but maybe they didn't have a deal. There might have been a discrepancy. But Lilly came down on that news. So I went through a couple other ones here. There's really not too much there. I got Abbott Labs. Abbott Labs had a day down anyway. It was stuck inside day. So that thing wasn't really doing anything anyway. We take a look at Pfizer. Pfizer was coming back up, all right? So Pfizer coming back up on that news. If it was news, we don't know. Johnson & Johnson, 192.23. So 192.12 here is where we finished that. Coming back on, Johnny John was fighting back. How about this with the 2 actionable with the 1-1s? All right, keep an eye on that one, on the Johnny John with the 1-1 daily. All right, we'll see if anything comes of that. Could just rot away and do nothing very easily, just as easy. I'm not going to go through too many. Marna was down and out today on your drugs. We know that XLV was a little bit lower. GILD was shooter down on the day on Gilead. MDGL, Madgal. That is an actionable inside 2-1 for the drugs. As you're seeing, the drugs are pretty. They're not that horrible, okay? But the problem is that you get a mixed bag. So that's why I wanted to show you some of that are up and some that are down and not doing the thing. So we know Lilly's down. All right. Amgen, shooter down on the day, but holding up better here. All right, so maybe this thing can turn around. We know that the healthcare has been getting better. Okay, and now it could be just a little bit of a setback coming back in, but that's okay. That's okay. All right, maybe Baxter is not doing anything. That one was positive today. Okay, and then there was Bristol Myers. All right, that one was down on the day. All right, so that group was pretty decent. The next group is not so good. Utilities. All right, utilities took it on the chin pretty good today. All right, back down on goes outside on the day here now. Got up to 93.77. That was the high of the year too. All right, that was a high of a long time, as I could see here. So coming back down on the daily, so it took out the highs and took out the lows of that, and so we go outside on the day with the shooter down and went on. We closed on the lows, okay? If the use and there was nobody trying to buy anything here at the end of the day, the month got a little lighter. And the week got a little quiet, little lighter, but I'll tell you, they're still holding up pretty good there. That's not that bad, really. See if it wanted to be a 2-day thing. NEE, that was another down day, down 0.86. Thing wasn't horribly down, too bad. But but it's a 2 on the day because it made the higher high, and then but couldn't make the lower low either. So strong up here, all right, but on the downside, not so good right now. All right, so we'll see who can fix who. Duke is a shooter down day, closed on the lows, wasn't any sign of buy-in by the end of the day. Again, your month and your week, they got a little lighter here with the quarter as well. All right, so Duke was a down day. PEG, the utilities, for the most part, were all red and down today. All right, PEG was only down 0.46, not too bad, 39 cents, still holding great up there. All right, so these guys are the magnets that pull these guys up. All right, so we'll see what happens. We still got we got a month that's doing pretty good, 2 month up and a 2 week up. All right, so that is not that bad at all. PEG, Southern Corp. This one took a little bit of a hit more. SO Company was down pretty good and closed on the lows, no sign of going back. And the guy considerably took a loss, a lot of weight off of the week. Took a diet today. All right, there you go. Southern Corp coming down pretty good. All right, Comcast is another one that's in that group. Comcast down 1.55%, down 46 cents. Here's another one. This one's heavy right now. Quarter down, month down. All right, week sitting here. You are coming into the bottom of the broadening formation. We'll look for a reversal out of here right now, but this one's tough. That one thing's pinned down a little bit. All right, so we won't touch that one. All right, so they're pretty straightforward. They were all down. All right, I'm going to go through tech here. Avgo. Avgo is fighting. Avgo finished the day stuck in the middle with you. All right. Tech is garbage. All right. So just so you know, you're going to see it here. All right. So finishes the day stuck in the middle with you. It's stuck in the middle on the week, and it's a 1 on the month here stuck inside. All right. So Avgo, until you get it fixed down here, you're not going to get that movement up there. So I think that Avgo, there you go. That was a stuck in the middle red day. Okay, more importantly than anything else. Oracle, again, garbage. Better day though. Finished. Got much higher. Look at this, guys. It got through our daily. Right, we were talking about this and getting through all this business, and look what happened. Didn't get there though. All right, 324.69. That might be the hardest part of the climb. All right, so watch out for that one right there. That high is $325 even. All right, so I'd say a little bit more difficulty to get up there. You found the exhaustion risk when you hit up there anyway. It's already showed. All right, so Oracle hold up pretty good for the day. It was positive for the day. All right, Amazon just kept coming down to the lows of the day again. Amazon garbage. All right, look what it did again. Back into this chop that it just doesn't want to leave. 212. That's nothing. All right, Amazon. I got nothing to say about it. All right, Manpower had a good day today. MPWR. Manpower, good day on Manpower. Got up to 1041.50. It come back in a little bit, but 2 up to finish the day. On your tech, that one was a little bit better. What's Meta? Stuck in there doing nothing. Stuck inside in the middle of a 3. And that's the daily for that one. CRM, we talked about that one earlier. It really gave it up. So it really showed its colors today. 235, man, 235. It showed its hands today. I just don't like. You gotta wait for that thing to come back in still. All right. So Google was. What was Google there? Google was shooter down on the day, giving it up. PLTR, Palantir, was down today. All right. Apple was down. I'm trying to go hammer back up on the day, but stuck in. Looks exactly like the futures right there. All right, so there's your Apple. All right, and a couple more here. Just gold. All right, just gold and just gold. Okay, it just keeps going. Bitcoin falling apart. All right, falling apart on Bitcoin. Was up to 127,440. It's trying to rally back right now. It was hitting 107 earlier today. All right, so Bitcoin, needs to get turned around. I think that's going to take a couple of weeks too. All right, silver just continues to be glorious. I'm long in the gold. I'm in silver. I don't have a lot, but this thing has just been glorious to the upside. Continuation, never stopping. Go with your silver. It's good. Does it pull back? Not much. If you want to get in, you just got to strap in and go for the ride. GDX continues. Look at the metals, guys. It's just nonstop. Newmont, here's Newmont Mines. You name one, you got it. Maybe copper's down a little bit. There you go. Copper's a little bit more stuck in more in the real world. All right, so coming back in there. A couple little guys I like here. BTG. This thing's really, really moving. This thing never gets up to $6. All right, so I watched this stock for years. All right, Coeur d'Alene, 23 bucks. What's to say? Coeur d'Alene. All right, so metals, they're hot. It's too late, I think, my friend, if you haven't been in there. I got some silver from like 33 and 38, something like that. And I'm protecting it up there. Don't go chasing silver and gold right now, but I don't know. So that's all I can say about that. All right. So on that, I'm going to leave you. All right. It's 22 minutes. I hope that this helped you guys out. I hope that you get a more of an understanding about the strat. I want to really like to do some more teaching with you guys. It's kind of difficult down here. Anywho, all right. I'm sure that you're sitting down to eat dinner. I'm going to go home and get some dinner, and then I'm going to get some rest. So you guys have a wonderful evening, and be good. Be good.